And Diamond Jackson is going to be his videographer tonight.
Yes, she is.
Right here?
Hello, I'm William Washington. My poetic friends call me Words of William. So let me introduce myself first. Me is the son of the Virgin Mary. Me died on the cross so that we may live, for me love the world just that much. Me did walk on water. Me fed a multitude of men with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Me died, yet on the 3rd day was resurrected. Me was scorned and disrespected. And me is not the son of Mary Magdalene. Me is the firstborn son of Mary Washington, rest in peace. And me don't love no one that much. Me can't swim and me can't feed a multitude because 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish isn't enough. Now me don't know what lies ahead. When me die, me is dead. Forgive me, Lord, for what I just said, for I love the scorned and disrespected. I love the ones dead and resurrected. And I'm not talking about the sons of Mary Magdalene or Washington. I'm talking about the son of the Virgin Mary. The me who died for me. The me who lives within me. The Savior who is, who was, and who is again. Me. Now my monologue for today is on women empowerment. And the name of the monologue is She is Woman. She is woman. But to me, she's more than just a woman. She is that woman of the past, that strong woman, that woman who led other women and men as well. She is Sojourner Truth. And Sojourner Truth said, ain't I a woman? But today I say, man ain't no woman. When Adam fell, God, man give Eve the blame. When it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, Noah get all the fame. When the Virgin Mary gave birth to the Son of God, man scandalized her name. Man ain't no woman. African queen captured and enslaved. Raped by master, forced to bear his name. But her mulatto child she loved just the same. Man ain't no woman. Woman is first when compared to woman, but always last when compared to man. Woman is loved by man, put down by man, beat by man, killed by man, all for the love of that man. Mine eyes see woman is God's greatest creation upon the globe. Mine eyes cry because she's forced to endure a transvaginal probe. A man's mind and might defines his fate. Sadly, oftentimes a woman's fate is defined by the girth of her waist. Man ain't no woman. Woman endured 9 months of discomfort, sickness, and pain to bear the child of man. Harriet Tubman led slaves to a free land. Woman. The American flag woven by Bessie Ross's hand. Woman. Shirley Chisholm, first person of color to run for the office of the presidency of the United States of America. Woman. The first African-American First Lady, Michelle Obama, she all woman. From Coretta Scott King, Betty Shabazz, Jacqueline Kennedy, Hillary Clinton, Sonia Sotomayor, to that mother of 5 on welfare is how she survives. That mother who works 2 jobs so she and her children can stay alive. That mother who sits in a jail cell because she put an end to the sexual abuse of her children by that man she called her husband, her common law, her boo. Well, ain't they women too? Sabrina Fulton, mother of Trayvon Martin. She like mothers of today and today's past, who've lost a child who senseless violence, a gun's blast. Sabrina Fulton, woman. Sojourner Truth say, ain't I a woman? Today I say, today Words of William say, today William Washington say, man, you ain't no woman. She is a woman, but she's more than a woman to me. She is that young girl who made mistakes, who when it was time to make decisions, had the decisions made for her, who grew into that woman who can make her own decisions, that woman who can buy her own car, who can buy her own house, who doesn't have to depend on a man to survive. She is some kind of woman. She is some woman. Some woman is thinking about getting pregnant today. My biological clock is ticking, she says. And I'm not worried about the changes to my body that 9 months of pregnancy can bring. I'm not worried about what others may say for on my fingers a wedding ring. And no, I don't worry about financial costs. I work with unionized pregnancy leave. My husband's got his own business and he is the boss. Some woman is thinking about getting pregnant today. Some girl got pregnant today. She had some drinks, smoked some trees. He asked for her body and she said, wee wee. Some girl didn't go to school today because her own father told her it's okay if you and I can play. Some girl got raped today. She was given no choice. She was given no say. Some girl got pregnant today. Some woman is thinking about getting pregnant today because her abusive man keeps it that way. He beats on her body like she is his hobby, a game that he plays. Some woman and her spouse needs a bigger apartment or a house. Some woman is thinking about getting pregnant today. Some girl fell in love today, puppy love, madly in love, foolishly in love. But because she wants to keep his love, some girl got pregnant today. But oh, thank God for some woman, some woman, some woman. Thank God for some woman. Some woman is a CEO today because she ignored her biological clock. Some woman said no. Some girl said no to drugs. Some girl said no to sex. Some girl went to school today because she was able to tell her mother and the police about the games that her father had to play. Some woman had 5 children instead of 6 because she was able to tell her abusive man to suck your own. Some girl fell out of love and into the church. Today that girl is a doctor. Today that girl is a head nurse. Every minute a child is born and the winter's cold or the summer's hot. Because some woman was thinking while some girl was not. She is some woman. But to me she's more than just a woman. She is that bad woman. She is that woman of ill repute. Some call her prostitute. Some call her drug user. Some call her child abuser. Yes, I am the nigger poet. And there is a blessing in the number 2. The other day, a male student approached me. He said, Professor Washington, you need to get up off our backs because some women are niggers too. I asked him to expound. He did. And this is how it went down. He said, all of you lonely women, where do you all come from? All of you lonely women, where do you all come from? She said, I don't want to be a stripper anymore, but my bills have accrued and I don't have a man to satisfy the payments that are due. She said, I'm tired of changing pampers, washing clothes, going to the PTA meetings all alone. And these bad kids of my Lord, they're going to make me whip their little behinds. Help me, Jesus. She cried, she yelled. So, release my man, my husband, these kids' baby daddies from the jail cells. She said, I was married to Superman. He put it down in the bedroom like no man can. He worked on Wall Street, put it down in the boardroom again and again. But alas, her Superman, her Clark Kent, left her for that bitch Lois Lane. Now her life will never be the same. You see, now she's a lesbian, a woman who loves another woman by any other name. And if you ask her why, she will reply, 2 can play that game. Why do you put your hands on me? Hit me with your hands again and again and again, and you won't stop. But this is not the cry of she. This is the plea of he. He being king, and she puts her hand on her king again and again and again, for she knows he will never hit her back, for he is a man. So he must leave. All of you lonely women. She is alone, isolated, cast aside. She has to take over 25 pills a day just to stay alive. You see, the man she loved so failed, forgot, neglected to tell her that he was on the down low. Where do you all come from? She is a queen. She is the blue that makes the ocean green. She is what makes my heart's motor run. She is my premium gasoline. And she is of a godly air. So nigga, she won't fall for your savoir faire. And no matter how long or short, she is not her head, her ass, her hips, her tits. She is a queen. And don't you ever forget it. All of you lonely women. Little girl tells a little boy, if you give me a quarter, I'll show you my stuff. Teenage girl says she's just playing on a roll when she slides her ass up and down that stripper pole. Grown ass women working the stroller. But somewhere there's a little girl who hid her pregnancy from her neglectful parents. And delivered that child on the bathroom floor. Took that still breathing child and placed it in a plastic bag till she thought it wasn't breathing anymore. Then placed that plastic bag down the trash compactor's door. Oh Lord, Lord, Lord. There's a woman in her 40s who wants to party somewhere. Oftentimes leaving all 4 of her children with some dude she met 6 months ago. She calls him her common law, her boo. Friday night after Friday night she walks out that door leaving all 4 with that man whore. With all that bullshit stuff when her 13-year-old daughter asks. All that bullshit stuff when her 13-year-old daughter asks. All that bullshit stopped when a 13-year-old daughter asked Mama why I don't get my period anymore. All of you lonely women. There's a woman in the church who covers young girls to satisfy her lesbian thirst. There's a woman who drinks way too often. Alcohol will lead her to the coffin. Now, I read in my Bible about the first lady Eve. She too did deceive. Now, I could have read that wrong. I could be singing too sad a song. And I don't want to color all you women blue. But there's a woman who lies in her grave, whose life the doctors could not save, and the life love she never gave. And as her son placed flowers on her grave, the same child that she placed in a plastic bag and threw down a trash compactor's door, but whose life was miraculously saved. As her son placed flowers on his mother's grave, I heard him whisper, I heard him say, see, Mama, women are niggas. All of you lonely women. Now, I told you at the beginning there's a blessing in the number 2. All you women got to do is go out and play the number 2 in any combination that you choose, and there's a blessing that awaits you. It could be good health, it could be wealth, it could be a man, a husband, a baby daddy, or even a fool. All you got to do is go out and play that number 2. All of you lonely women, where do you all come from? All of you lonely women, where do you all come from? That is my set, but can I just leave you with this one piece to show you what I do? When I take that word nigga, and I have my book is I'm the author of the Nigga Chronicles, the mispronunciation of who I am. Now, I don't claim that word, that name, that title, that slur, nigga. I explain that word, that name, that title, that slur, nigga. It happened a long time ago. I realized that I wasn't living right. But I realized that every time I fell, God picked me up. All my friends dying of cancer and AIDS, but I'm staying strong. I never smoked or drank in my whole life, never got high, because there was always somebody, some protective being protecting me, and I know it was the Lord. Now let me tell you, peer pressure couldn't make me smoke. Behind whippings couldn't I fought every day because I was 125 pounds of anger. Didn't have a good home. My mother drank alcohol. Didn't have no clothes. Girls didn't like me. Nappy-headed black boy. Let me show you what I did. I used to go down to that lake in Central Park. Whenever I got depressed, I played hooky from school because they laughed at me. I had holes in my sneakers. And I would take a rock and throw that rock across the water. And do you know that rock would skip across the water? You know how the rocks just skip across that water? And with every skip of that rock, I imagined myself spelling out that word, nigger. N-I-G-G-E-R. You see, I was bullied and teased as a child. Taunted because of my complexion so dark. Insecurities and nightmares shaded in black. So many nights I cried, I even had the gall to ask God why. In my dreams, I would go down by the riverside. This riverside made more wide by the tears I did cry. My riverside is now ocean blue. I would go down to the shore and collect the rocks. All except the black rocks. For like the nigger taunts and the nigger tease, that black rock looked like me. This I said should never be, so I threw that rock into the sea. The rock would skip across the ocean waves like a surfer rides the muddiest of tides. With each skip, my insecurities. With each skip, my nightmares would subside. With each skip, nigger died. Skip one untied the noose around that black man, that black slave's neck, and placed a name on that unmarked grave, free man, free woman. Skip 2 erased the ignorance that is slavery. And notice I did not say was, because some of us are still slaves, niggas by any other name. Skip 3 and 4 is the greed that sent many black like me to the grave. A generation of gloom fills this old smoking room. Skip 5 is the evil that lives within you and I. An evil that surely must die. Skip 6 is racism, rapes and riots, race exploitation coded by its Republican rule. Our own children don't represent us. With their sagging and bagging pants, they look more like the featured actor Ringling Brothers and Bottom Belly Circus. Are you wrong or are you right? Are you peace or are you fight? Are you black or are you white? Let that last letter R be followed by an exclamation mark. You see that black rock title nigga, that noose around my neck so tight it wouldn't allow the blood to flow to my brain, allowing you to call me nigga by any other name? That nigga line must die. And it starts with I. So I let nigga go. And I let God. Now that black rock title nigga is who I used to be. Nigga is a rock I threw into the sea. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time. I'm William Williams. I thank you so much. I thank you so much.